Ada 247 Odia is launching an important class on interviews. Those who want to know about the various things about interview, आम समस्त विभिन्न एक्सपर्ट माने इंटरव्यू क्लास देखिचे, बहुत ब्यूरोक्रेट्स रिटायर्ड ब्यूरोक्रेट्स को इंटरव्यू सेशन देखिचे. बट आज मु किछिटा इंपोर्टेंट पॉइंट उपरे डिस्कशन करिवि. कोटा इंपोर्टेंट थाए कोटा इंटरव्यू रे, बेसिकली सिविल सर्विस इंटरव्यू रे कोटा बेसिकली इंपोर्टेंस थाए एवं कौन को हमें गुरुत्व देवा दरकार, कौन को हमें कहवा दरकार, कौन तार माने रही सिग्निफिकेंस ते विषय रे हमें आलोचना करिबा. दिस इज क्वाइट out of my experience. I have designed this class for everyone who are interested in UPSC or OPSC examinations, and it will also help you in different types of interview. What is most required at interviews? Bhai babas, interview is the last stage. It is the last stage of interview. बहुत सारा बहुत भल भल क्लास अच्छी, बहुत सार मानकर ब्यूरोक्रेट्स मानकर बहुत सारा बड़ बड़ पैनल अच्छी. बट वॉच माय क्लास एंड सी व्हाट डिफरेंस इट मेक्स. ओके, व्हाट डिफरेंस इट मेक्स फॉर यू. दिस इज द you need to know about your civil service interview. We'll launch it in YouTube and others. Yes, okay. So we'll first discuss this class to you. Significance. It plays a decisive role in your selection process. Interview plays a very decisive role in your selection process. It plays a very decisive role. Means it is the major part of your final stage of your selection. If you do not qualify the examination, the interview, then you will not be in the final list. So therefore it is a type of a last or a decisive role it plays, and it is crucial to your selections. It's obvious. It goes beyond checking your depth in subjects, because in the written examination you have already been tested about your knowledge in different subjects, including your optionals. So interview is not to test your knowledge in any subject. It is a different type of examination. It is all about your personality test, your approach, your personality, your attitude are tested. Okay, so therefore it goes beyond checking your depth in subjects. It does not test your subject, it does not test your knowledge in any subject that you have already appeared in the mains, you have qualified. Means once you have qualified written examination, means you have the knowledge, you have the requisite ability to be a civil servant, no doubt. So it is doubtlessly said that you are able or you are competent to be a civil servant because you have got all the knowledge, you have qualified the written examinations. But in interview it is not tested. So what is checked in the interview? Let us look at that point. It aims to check your personality and personal attributes, your qualities, and what type of personality you are, whether you are suitable to the civil service, whether you are suitable to become a civil servant, or you will prove to be a good civil servant in future or not. That is at least proved or convinced by the board. That you will be convinced by the board, the honorable members of the board, they will be convinced that you are competent, you are qualified, or you are eligible to become a civil servant. Your personality suits to the requirement of civil servants. That is for his personality and personal attributes. It also tests your mental strength and perspicacity. Your mental strength, whether you are what type of mental strength you have. You are competent, you are strong, or you are decisive or not, you are fickle, decisive, whether you are able to take decisions, strong decisions or not. That is strength, whether mental strength, and your perspicacity, understanding. the things. Power to understand the situation is also tested by giving some questions, by putting you some questions. That is strength and perspicacity. Details about your native district. That is most important part of your interview. You must have a thorough knowledge about your place, about your district, the types of the demography of your district, the area of your district, the basic occupation of your people of your districts, and what are required for the development of your districts. You must have a clear picture about your district at large. And if you are going for UPSC interview, then you must have your particular idea about your state, even about district. So knowing your district, knowing your native place is a sine qua non, is most essential part of your interview. You must, means knowing does not mean knowing the district or knowing the population, you have to know in details the socio-economic and demographic condition of your district, of your state, or anything like that. If you are appearing for OPSC interview, then you will have to have a clear idea about your district and its socio-economic aspects, its demographic aspects, its every aspects related to your districts. Maybe different questions will be put, and your knowledge in this regard should be fine and should be expected to be very essential. Then acquaintance with current happenings. In the interview, they will ask you the current happenings around you. In the recent times, what are the most important things happening in Odisha or in your state, or what are happening in national, international, whatever may be. That does not mean only the state appearances or state matters. They may ask you the national affairs or sometimes international affairs if possible. But in OPSC interview, they specifically confine to national and regional happenings that takes place and which are current, and you must have first-hand information about all the important developments happenings around you, and that is most required before your interview. That is the most important things. Then clarity on emerging issues like one nation, one election. There are certain emerging issues taking place in the country, and what is your view, what is your stand on that matter, and that is most important thing. But always stay positive, always say positive things. Don't go against government, don't go speak against government, or don't be communistic in approach. Always speak pros and cons of the situation in a neutral manner and substantiate your view to its example if possible. Okay, so that is most important thing. Suppose one nation, one election, whether it is a viable option for the country like India or not, have a judgmental, have some merits or demerits, both sides you have to look upon, because you are a civil servant. Don't speak, you are going to be a civil servant, don't be critical of the government, don't be critical of the steps taken by the government or the issues, emerging issues. You give your honest and sincere opinion and give both advantages and disadvantages in a very calm and neutral way, so as to convince the board that you are neither opposite of it nor in favor of it. That is, you are called a neutralistic approach, which are going to be very much helpful in your career. So that is clarity on emerging issues, one nation, one selection. Skills in different areas, they may be tested. If you have any proficiency in different skills in different areas, then they may ask you certain questions also. So interview broadly test your personality, your attitude, your approach, everything like that. Okay, so don't always focus on this part, that the test. And in UPSC the mark is 275, and in OPSC it is 250 aggregate. So they play a very important role. That is the most important part of the things. Okay, now we'll go on to the next slide. Bring command over what you must follow. What you must follow before the day of your interview. What you must do before the day of your interview, what is required for the dates before the interview, what is required. Okay, that is also important to know. Bring command over the language you are going to speak at the interview. If you are going to speak in your mother tongue, or you must be prepared also. If you are going to speak in English, you have to be prepared. So have a fluency, achieve fluency in your languages. That is most important, because you will speak something and they may test your language ability. In between you will be caught red-handed. So you have to speak good language. You have to speak good language, correct English at the interview. Don't fumble, speak plain English, but try to practice it before mirror, before with your friends, before the day of interview. Have a thorough practice on speaking and culture how to speak fluently, or at least in a very convincing manner. That is most important thing. Convincing manner. You need to speak speak in a very convincing manner so the board will understand you. So you need to have a practice on speaking. At least try speaking standing before a mirror, or try to speak, try to interact with your friends, with your relatives, or with anyone who knows English. Because I think you should speak in English better. Because that you have appeared examination in English. If you are appear examination in Odia medium, then you can speak in Odia. But still, what I am saying is not whether it is English or Odia does not matter. They may allow you to speak in Odia in OPSC interview. That is not a concern. But that language should be fluent, should be coherent, should be convincing. That is the most important thing that I am going to tell. Bring command over the language you are going to speak at the interview. That is the language part. That is most important. Okay, unless you speak good language or good English or good Odia, then they may think inferior of you. They may it may undervalue you. It may underscore your point. So that you should not permit it. So for this, what you should do, have a practice, thorough practice before the sufficient practice before the day of your interview. Start speaking before a mirror or likewise. So that is most important. Then groom yourself beforehand, your body language matching with your spoken words. Sometimes we dither, means we confuse, and our body language shows our confusion. So it requires practice before the day of interview, that speak and mark your body language. Whether you are dithering or confusing, whether you are sitting straight and very normal, so that you need to culture, practice. Practice makes a man perfect. So everything depends on practice. Nobody is perfect every time. Who practice a lot becomes perfect. So practice, that is most important thing. So check yourself whether your spoken words matches your body language. We are speaking so confidently or not, whether you are fumbling, whether you are stumbling on the way speaking. That will diminish your mark, or that will diminish your chance. So therefore be confident. And how to speak confidently? It requires practice. Therefore I am telling you, groom yourself beforehand, your body language matching with your spoken words. Your body language must match with your spoken. Whatever you are speaking, you must gesture, your gesture and posture show that. When you normally speaking, suppose you are speaking something very sad, then our facial appearance goes sad. Likewise, when you are expressing something happiness, we are giving a good news to a person, then our facial expression changes. Likewise, in interview, don't try to be duplicate. Don't try to impose yourself. Be original, and change your expression accordingly. Okay, that is also important. Groom yourself beforehand. Read 3 to 4 newspapers in English and your regional languages as soon as you complete your written papers. After completion of your written papers, means mains examination, don't waste your time. Don't think that your work is over. No. When you complete your mains written papers, then go for reading 3 to 4 newspapers daily. You must have been reading that, you must have been practicing, or you have been reading, because as a student or a aspirant of civil servant, everybody reads papers, and it is a must for any aspirants who prepares for civil service. So that is most important things. But here I want to say that after the written papers, hello Crazy, hello. So after the mains paper are over, come and study 1 to 2 hours, 3 to 4 English papers and regional papers, because by reading papers it will not only give you some information regarding the current developments, but also enhance your speaking ability. Speak loud, speak aloud. That is most important thing. 3 to 4 newspapers in English and your regional languages as soon as you complete your written papers. That is, speak aloud. That most important thing is the things. Okay. So when you complete your written papers, that is necessary. Then build up, that is most important, newspapers, 3 to 4 newspapers. And it is, then build up command over the current regional, national, international development and rehearse properly. Select the developments, current developments related to regions. If you are appearing for PSC examination, state public service examination, then be thorough about the national and regional issues, including elections, whatever has happened during the last year, during these few months. What are the most important issues that are griping the nation, that is very critical, that have proved to be very critical and proved to be very popular issue in the state or in the country. So have a good command over that aspect, thoroughly examine the things and get some relevant information and rehearse properly. Rehearse properly means that remember them and get some in-depth area, get some in-depth knowledge about that developments. That is most important. So build up command over the current regional and national and international developments and rehearse properly. That will be very much helpful for the students. Okay, that is most helpful for the students. That is most helpful. So we'll come to the next point, build up the current. Next point will come to prepare factual information about career in detail. That is most important things. Factual information about your careers in detail. Your up to from the school level till the university level or the professional qualifications, whatever. Have factual information, means original information. Don't fake. Don't provide fake information. Don't provide duplicate information. It is against the civil services rules, as you have noticed. As you have noticed recently, the action has been taken against a civil servant who was recently undergoing probations. So that means provide accurate information. Don't harass if you have a poor career. Suppose you have a very poor career or whatever, that does not matter. That does not matter because you have qualified means. So that will prove yourself to be competent. So whatever career you have, show it to the board. Don't add any fake careers, fake qualifications or fake certificates, or don't provide fake information to the board regarding your career, because if you provide fake information in latter days, in latter period, it may prove boomerang for you and it may destroy your career. So don't take the risk. Never provide fake or false information. केबे भी false information बोर्ड को दबोनी. जहाँ भी career ऊपर तुम्हारा अच्छी, जहाँ भी career तुम्हारा जहाँ अच्छी, से सब details factual information provide करिबा. That will be better. Look again into your optional subjects, because you have already appeared the optional subjects and have qualified. So only just to get some idea about the main topics, main areas which may be relevant for the board to ask. So take any exam. So have a relook at the optionals. What are the most important things that will help you if you are taking optional, PSR optional, geography optionals, what are related to the current developments. Maybe some factors may be asked. Master the inputs you are going to provide in your DAP, detailed application form, that you will fill up in before the interview. So always master the inputs. Whatever you provide in the application form, be master of that. answer whenever you are asked about that. If you are applying any hobbies, any type of information, you are providing your detailed application form, DAF, that is your detailed application form. So that is most important things. So be master of that. Don't fumble whenever you asked about anything that you have provided. So again and again revise them, whatever you have provided, any hobbies, any things like that. Be thorough what you are going to answer. So that is most important things. Here inputs means the data, the information you have provided in your detailed application form before the interview. So that is master. Don't hesitate to answer and rehearse properly before going to the interview, and whatever you provide in the DF, just have thorough knowledge about that. Next, give thoughts to your dress code beforehand. Prepare how to have a simple and that is gentlemanly or a very decent dress code. That will be very attractive for the boards. So choose a dress code which will be very appealing and calm and cool, and it will present your personality, it will enhance your personality, so that all of you are aware about it. So please give thoughts to your dress code beforehand. So whatever you will go to the interview in whatever dress form, in whatever will choose by you, so that must decide beforehand. Don't confuse on the day of interview. Okay. Prepare well on your strengths and weaknesses. Write down your strength and your weaknesses. You have strength, or like your punctuality or your confidence, whatever you have strength, or your weaknesses, whatever your weaknesses, so that you must trace upon, must delineate the things, must put it down on a copy and prepare on that. Prepare on that, because that will be very essential. First write down your strength, then your weaknesses. What are your strength area? What are your weakness areas? That you have to focus on that. Unless you speak out your strength and weakness clearly, then you will be proved to be confused. Okay, so that is most important part of all. So it may or may not be asked, but you have to be prepared on that. Avoid negative thoughts throughout. Okay, but never develop a negative thought, because negativity diminishes our spirit. Never think that you will not qualify the interview. You may not qualify, that doesn't matter. You may not qualify the interview, that doesn't matter, but develop a positive mindset always. Always say that I can do. And that positivity will enhance your personality, it will enhance your chance to be selected. It will not only boost your spirit, but also enhance, means help you to answer any question in a positive manner. So that is, avoid negative thoughts throughout, means throughout the period of interview, the day before interview, the days before the interview. Just be positive in that regard. Test yourself at mock interviews. Attend various mock interviews. We are also organizing at ADA 247. We will be organizing different interviews. So attend as many mock interviews as possible and test yourself. That is also there. It will boost your confidence, and it will also enable you to rectify your errors, and to focus on the points which are important. So that is called your test yourself at mock interviews. That is, I have things that you have to do. Attend various mock interviews. Okay, so these are the points that you must follow. Then look at the other points. On the day of interview, what you should do on the day of interview? What you should do on the day of interview? Be in time to the interview place. That is most essential, as all of you are. So be in time before time reach the interview hall, even that much time before the interview, so that you will sit calmly before the interview and get yourself ready. So be in time, not on time to the interview place. Dress code should be up to the mark. Whatever you are, in whatever way you are dressed, it will be up to the mark, means it will be satisfactory. That is the most important things. Dress code should be up to the mark. As I have told you, it counts much. It counts much. So then make your sitting comfortable and make a pleasant entry and greet the board with respect. Yes, that is most important things. When you make an entry, what do you do when you make an entry? You say, don't open the door slowly and say, may I come in, sir, may I come in, sir. That often does not happen, because you know that your turn is already there, and wait when the next candidate, when your candidate before you enters the interview room, go to the interview room and wait there. When the candidates returns, they will call next. So wait till they call next and enter immediately, and without waiting or without saying, may I come in, sir, because it is your turn. They will definitely call next. So enter straight and say, they wish the board members, better you put a namaskar in a closed fist and say, namaskar, sir, but just once, not namaskar, namaskar, namaskar. Wherever the 3 members are sitting, 4 members are sitting, just put a namaskar, looking at the board with respect, with reverence. So that counts a much. So that is called make a pleasant entry and greet the board with respect. Okay, not necessary to address each and everyone. Just put a board standing before them, put a namaskar. It is a very, I think, most humble way to respect the seniors till date. So instead of parting wish the part of the day, good morning, good afternoon, or likewise, just say or just make a namaskar, which is most humble and pious way to respect someone. Okay, that is called your that is your most important things that we have to follow. Make a pleasant entry with respect. And make your sitting comfortable and formal. When you enter there before the board, sit comfortably and straight. Sit as if before the seniors are sitting. Imagine that you are sitting before someone whom you respect. Suppose you visit someone's, your relative's house, and whom you respect much, whom you fear much. May not be your father, but other relatives. So that time, in what way you behave? In that way, you have to behave here. So look straight, be straight on the chair you are sitting on that. Okay, that is most important things. So make your sitting comfortable and formal. That is the most important things. Okay. So your sitting should be comfortable. You must sit comfortably. Then face the interview with great confidence and clarity. Don't fumble. If you don't know the answer, say next question, sir. I will work on it. Next question, sir. So, but try to answer. If you skip every question saying that next question, then it will be boring. Try to answer and speak confidently with clarity. And when you will have clarity, when you know the information. That is, therefore I am telling you to gather information first. Without gathering information, how can you speak to the board? So face the interview with great confidence and clarity. That is most important. Be honest and sincere while answering. Don't bluff and don't be casual. Don't bluff the things. If you bluff the things, then you will be caught red-handed. Because remember, the people or the persons who are sitting before you are intelligent, more intelligent than you, they are wiser than you, they are knowledgeable, more knowledgeable than you. So you cannot cheat them. Therefore, be honest and sincere while answering, and don't make bluff. मिछ कहनी गुली मारिबा दरकार जहाँ जानिछ सिंपल कह एवं चेष्टा कर कि बोर्ड को कन्विंस करिया पे don't be casual, careless. I told you ना गोटे सिचुएशन कि एमती गोटे बंधु बांधव कि तुम कि भी जहाँ को तुम्हें रेस्पेक्ट दियो भय कर तो से घर को गले बा सेठी तांको सहित कथा होला बेले जेमती प्रकार तुम्हें केयर और कसन नहीं कि काम कर सेमती एग्जैक्टली बोर्ड रे काम कर देखिबो कि मिराकुलसली काम करछि सिंसियर हो नॉट कि साइनेस नो बट गोटे सिंसियरिटी गोटे थाए माने जेमती गोटे जने कहिला बेले गोटे पावरफुल गोटे लगे कि हां पिलाटा सत्य कहउछि बट तार कॉन्फिडेंस अछि से जो आइडिया टा क्रिएट करो बोर्ड माइंड and it can be done eta kariyo so do be honest and sincere don't make any bluff if you don't know suppose you have made a wrong statement or you have made a wrong word wrong estimate ki wrong information and the board is objecting that information then submit it sir it may be wrong I'm sorry for that ki sir you are right it may be that I have least idea about it. I will work on that. Okay, I will improve that. So don't argue with the board. If you don't exactly know the answer, know the point, so don't argue with the board. Better submit. I told you that they are senior people. They are watching you and they are more intelligent than you. So don't underestimate the board in any manner. Don't think that the board does not know anything. They know everything. They are prepared. They are prepared to take your interview. So they are more sincere than you. Okay. So that is most important. Be honest and sincere while answering. Don't bluff and don't be casual. Next is don't fall into arguments. Don't fall into argument with the board and overtake them. That I have told you already. That is a very bad habit. If you fall into argument, if you are arguing with the board, that means you are not respecting the authority. And civil service is all about respecting the authority. Most important part of your service is respect the order of the seniors or obey them. You may suggest them before the decision is taken if you are asked. But the moment the decision is taken, you have to go by that. You have to abide by that. I'm a civil servant. तेणु ये जो नेचरटा कि गोटे अथॉरिटी को मानिबार जो आदत जो टाइप रो मेंटालिटी सेटा तुम देहरे अछि ना नहीं सेटा देश मन देखियो चेष्टा कर सेति पे हुए तो बोर्ड तुमको बेले बेले विभिन्न वे रे हिट करि पारे बा तुमको आर्ग्यू करिया पई प्रश्न देई पारे बट यू हैव टू रिमेन calm and confident. Okay, that is most important things. Otherwise they will feel that you are not an obedient fellow and that will hamper your chance. So don't fall into argument with the board in any way. Don't overtake them. If you think that the board has made a wrong statement or wrong information which you know that it is not right, it is wrong, even it is in fact you are right ki they are speaking wrong, but submit before them. Submit before them and try to avoid that things and beg them for next question. That is the best way I think. Be rational and patient. Don't be impatient. Listen carefully. Don't be impatient at any way, at any time throughout your interview period. Be rational means be at least a rational being, proper things, and speak in a way, in a rational manner. So that is important, because unless you become rational, unless you become that is you are impatient, then your chance will be diminished. So logical, reasoned, be reasoned in your approach. Accuracy aniba, rational rahiba, patiently deal kariba. It is a civil servant quality. So wait till the next question comes and listen properly whatever the board is asking you, then answer. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry to attend every question that you asked. Suppose you are answering to a question asked by an honorable member, and in the meantime some other members are putting into are intruding into the answer, into that point, then okay. So answering that, go to him and ask him, sir, please have the question. Okay, so that is called patience. If jodi gote board member pacharchi tumaku gote prashna pacharchandi, au jane thik seti bele au jane kiछि kahiyaku chauchandi ba kahi douchandi, तो तांको कथा तुमे सुनी था बा तांको देखि था, किंतु तुमे आडे आंसर दियो एवं जेतेबेले तुमर आंसर सरी जाउछि तापर नेक्स्ट जो मेंबर ऑनरेबल मेंबर पचारथिले तांको पाखकु बा तांको अनेकी पचार कि सर प्लीज हैव द क्वेश्चन. That is the gentlemanly way to deal with. So that situation may occur. So be rational and patient in your approach. Okay, that is the be rational and approach in your approach. So that is most important. So be in time. That is most important. Dress code should be up to the mark, satisfactory. Up to the mark mane kona satisfactory haba darkar, but to the point haba darkar. Make a pleasant entry. I told you that don't wish everyone individually. Make a namaskar. Very bow before the board and go to the chair. Ask him for sitting there. Ask the board. Beg permission. They will before begging permission, they will say, be seated, please be seated. So put the chair calmly, don't make noise, and sit confidently. Don't vacillate or don't be confused while sitting. Then make sitting comfortable and formal. Face interview with great confidence. Make a good eye contact with them. Be honest and sincere. Don't provide false, vague informations, and don't bend upon that. And don't fall into arguments, and be rational and patient. Okay, these are the major points. Now we'll come to the next point. Make convincing eye contact. That I was telling you. Make convincing, because eye contact is most important. Make good eye contact with the people those are sitting before you, and through your eye contact, show them that you are confident. That is it. Don't deter, and if you don't know, just keep the honesty. Don't deter, don't confuse, don't fumble. If you don't know the answer, go away straight and beg the next question. Honestly, next question, sir. Okay. Then make your voice audible every time you speak. So whenever you are speaking, ensure that your voice is audible to them. Means have a forceful speaking. Speak louder, bit louder, so that they will be able to hear you. Unless they hear you, how can they judge you? So if time and again your voice is not heard, then it will create a bad impression about you, isn't it? So make your voice audible first in interviews. If you make your voice audible, then whatever you speak, they will be convinced. Or they will be at least know that yes, you are speaking, you have the speaking ability. Information bad, information wrong hai pare, semti mane nahi. I told you that you are not expected to put your or to show your knowledge because you are already tested in the written paper. Here they will say the way you are doing the things, or the way you are approaching the things, handling the things, handling the questions. That is most important part of the things. Otherwise, they will have a very bad impression on you. So make your voice audible every time you speak. And next is be calm throughout the time. हमको calm रहना पड़ेगा. Don't look tense. Don't look tense or disturbed or worried. Okay, and केमती एटा हबो केमती हमें काम रहइबा त भाबिनियो कि तुमे ओरे ओकेजन को आसीछ सेमती किछि भाबनी कि एटा नहले मन ते जीवो सेमती जीवो से विषय भाबनी. Just enter with a calm or composed mind. Give some strength to yourselves. Be calm throughout the time. And calmness, coolness mind रहिले बहुत जिनसे solve हो जाए. So first cool रहो, calm रहो. Okay? And make a respectful exit. When you leave the board, your session is complete. Push the chair back and away. Don't forget to place the chair again in the right place. Then saying thank you, leave the board. Don't make any sound while putting the chair. Try to make it noiselessly. So that is your entry and your exit must be explored, because that they also tell upon your personality. They will also speak about you. So these are the points I have selected for your interview day. I think they will be helpful. There are a lot of things that you have been learning from different sources, but I have prepared these. I think they will be mostly helpful for you. So that is the things. Next is your what questions are formally expected from the board. That I have selected some questions. मु किछिटा क्वेश्चन सिलेक्शन करिछि कोटा तुमको केतेटा प्राय को क्वेश्चन बोर्ड रे पचरा जे व्हाट एवर क्वेश्चंस आर आस्क्ड इन द बोर्ड यूजुअली यूपीएससी हो ओपीएससी हो जे कोनोसी बोर्ड रे कोन पचरा जे एक्चुअली दैट क्वेश्चन आई हैव टोल्ड यू. आई हैव अपीयर्ड twice or thrice men's interview. So and from different there are number of students, thousands of students we have been interacting since last 20 years, and from them I have come to know that the basic questions remain constant. Therefore I have look at the board that I have prepared some basic questions that are generally asked in the civil service interview. That other questions may be asked, सेमती किछि न थाए कारण से माने को क्वेश्चन पचारियो ताको ऊपर डिपेंड करे सब बोर्ड ऊपर डिपेंड करे तेन गोटे फिक्स्ड किछि गोटे नाही कि ई क्वेश्चन पचरा जिवो बट बेसिकली किछिटा कॉमन क्वेश्चन थाए जोटा ऊपर हम आज आलोचना करिबा व्हाट क्वेश्चंस आर नॉर्मली एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रॉम द बोर्ड. First and very basic question is yourself, introduce yourself. And how will you introduce? I mean, introduce correct. Don't you? Everyone thinks that introducing myself is X, Y, Z, and I belong to A. I have done my graduation. I think that is not required in introducing yourself, because they have all the data with them. What you are. Then what is there? Introducing means you will tell yourself what type of personality you are. I'm punctual, I'm sincere, I love working among the people, I have the patience to work under pressure, and I can handle the pressure in a calm and composed way. I stick to punctuality, sincerity, all these things. So introducing means introducing your personality to them, because all the biodata is with them. The biodata of yours is with the board, honorable board. So I think introducing means you need to express your personality, your points that will make you difference. Say your strength or likewise and weaknesses. Your strength first. what you are known for, what are your major characteristics, what are your major characteristic introducing yourself. So don't provide the biodata, don't provide the biodata. Don't provide the biodata, sorry. Don't provide the biodata. Tell something that are unique about yourself. So that will be the best way. What points that make you difference? I'm punctual, I'm sincere, I love working among the people, I can work under pressure. Okay, I'm a kind of social. I love to improve the society. I want to dedicate my time for the work. Anything you can think. Then why civil service? If you say I want to work for the people, I want to serve the people, I love to serving people, and therefore I am joining civil service, that will be a very bogus answer. If you are Manava Premi, lover of human beings, then you have other ways. You have NGOs, you have other options, social work to serve the people. So then what you will answer? I think you should say that civil service has a variety of options, fields. The civil service is the only career where a person finds himself in different occasions. So it is not a monotonous job. It is not a monotonous service like others. Like if you join as a doctor, if you join as an engineer, if you join as a teacher, then you will do the same work throughout your career. But a civil servant does different things at different period of his career. Sometimes he works in rural areas, sometimes he works in urban areas, sometimes he works for women and children, sometimes he works for SC and ST, sometimes he works for the development, transport and communication, sometimes he works for health sector, sometimes he works for environment. They are generalist in nature. Civil servants are generalist in nature. So as civil service throws multiple or variety of areas to work in, therefore I have chosen civil service. No other option no other option than civil service provides variety or multiple areas to work with or work in. Isn't it? Therefore I have chosen. It doesn't say that I want to serve people, I want to see the people laugh, and I want to bring smiles on the faces of millions of struggling people or disadvantaged section of the society. I am a philanthropist. I love working for the people. I love serving people. That is all right. But civil service is not the only way to serve people. And for your kind information, you are paid. You are paid. You are highly paid. So how can you say that I have come to serve people? And that will be a big question mark. If you say that I love serving, then they will ask you different questions. So don't jump into that area of darkness. Say that it throws multiple or variety of areas to work in. Okay, that is the most important answer. You have to say why civil service. Okay, that is, I think that will be the best answer, because it provides multiple areas to work in. Are you applying for other jobs? Yes, I am applying for other jobs, but civil service is my top priority. I am applying for others. Don't say no. because it is not that key. A job aspirant does not apply other jobs. Very rare are there. So say that I am applying for other jobs and tell in which area you are applying. That is also there. Okay. So don't say no. Yes, I am applying for other jobs. Why you consider yourself better than others? Say your things. You focus. You are very task oriented, target oriented, and punctual. You can handle. You belong to a rural family, a rural area, so you can work both in rural and urban areas. You have preferred simple life, simple living, high thinking. So you can be suitable to any kind of jobs you are offered as a civil servant, any kind of tax you are offered. So because persons, those who are selected from urban families or rich families, they may not be interested. So you are a good advantage. You tell that what makes you different from others. Any example you can give. Any example you can give. That is not things, but present yourself. Okay. Your past or present job. If you have already done a job or you are doing a job, prepare on that. Prepare on that. What are you doing in your job? And provide accurate information. Provide accurate information to the board about your job. They may ask you what are the most important things or what are the unique things about your job, and they may ask you that tell us some things, some points that your boss like about you. So any kind of information they will seek from you. So be prepared on that. If you have already done a job or if you are on the job now, so also be prepared on that. Be prepared on that. Okay. So your past and present. So how do you deal with pressure and problem? Give an example of that. You remain calm, remain composed, and don't hesitate, don't fumble, don't lose patience or hope until the problem is solved. Always bear a positive approach when the pressure comes. So and ensure that that problems are not new to life and to profession. So they will come and they will be solved. So I stand strong against any problem, any hazards in the professional or life, in the personal life. So that is I deal with. So always speak positive way. How do you deal with pressure and problems? How do you deal with pressure and problems? Okay. Next is, are you applying for other jobs? Okay, that is written there. Okay, that is the repeated question. How will you react to particular incidents on the job? They may give one example. Suppose you are working. Suppose you are working as a additional tahsildar or any other post, and some incidents takes place. They may give you an incidents. And suppose you are working as a additional tahsildar and some ruffians, some hoodlums enter your office and make howlings and started damaging the official equipment. So what will be your action? That kind of things you have to do. You have to say or say in what way you will deal with that incident. So they may give you an example, any type of incidents, how you will deal with that. That is most important part of the things. So whatever you say positively, and what is practicable also give them idea what is practicable I will do, and I will not come in terms with the hoodlums. I will rather try to calm them. And don't use force first, because you are a public servant. So try to convince and try to know what has happened. So then come to invite them to the table or invite them to discuss with the matters immediately. Don't harass them or don't try to threaten them. That is most important thing. So that will also test how will you react on your situations. Okay, that will also test react on your situations. That is also test your reaction on your situations. Okay. Then why you choose the optional rather than your master's or graduation subject? Sometimes many times it happens ki we choose different subjects, not our graduation subject. Mostly I was telling you in other classes also ki people choose 3 to 4 optionals commonly. They are most common optionals in civil service, like PSIR stands at the top of the optionals. That ADA 247 OPSC is going to start PSIR optionals by me. So I will give you the details. You will join my course. Okay. So PSIR optionals complete course will be provided by ADA 247. Okay. So that is your optional why you have chosen. So you must say that it is my my optional is like this, but I have chosen PSR because it will not only help me in the mains paper but also give me idea about the current political settings. So I have chosen the optional both for dual purpose. So that is the view in geography, public administration, political science and international relations, PSIR. I have chosen because of dual purpose. Once it will not only help me in optional but also in GS paper 1 and 2, and also it will give me some idea about the state and government. So as I am going to be a part of that, so as I am a science student, so I have chosen the optionals. It will make me understand the things. Okay, so that give me any idea, any reason why you have chosen. That is not a problem. Don't worry about that. Okay, why you chose the masters and graduation other than your master's subjects. What time you made an ethical decision and why? Ethical decisions is moral decisions. If you are not an ethical person, then you will be in a wrong position. Then you are not a fit person into civil servant, into fit person to be a civil servant. Ethical decision means balancing your life, personal and professional life. And sometimes even your personal life, you can give example of that also. Whether you are whether you are moho jota konti attracted by money and power and you sacrifice your ethics. So give a occasion where you did not sacrifice your ethics even if there was a chance. So that will prove that you are an ethical person. So ethical decision means moral decision, नैतिक निष्पत्ति. जेमती गोटे परिस्थिति आम कह कि जो थे कि मत यहाँ कर किंतु मुझा कर कारण मोर नैतिकता मत बाधा देला. से गोटे जगह मुझे शुणुली गोटे एग्जांपल किए जने सार दौले कि जने ऑफिसर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर was young and joined civil service, and he had a lady love. I was hearing from some interview also these things. He had a lady love, but after joining the job, he was offered a very marriage proposal from a very affluent family with crores of rupees as dowry and models, good model and international branded model cars and others. But the officer chose to marry his lady love instead of being swayed away by the rich offers. He stuck to his words and married his lady love. So that is called ethical decisions. Ethical decision means that a decision that does not compromise your personality, your ethics, so morality. That means whatever appropriate in that occasion you did it, you do it. That is called ethical decisions. Okay, so that will also be have some impact on your personality, on your career. How do you maintain work-life balance? Don't say that I'm workaholic. If you say I'm workaholic, then life, how you cannot maintain work-life balance. So you will say that I will give priority to both sides, to the life, personal life and professional life. and I will choose to work. I will choose one which is essential at the particular point of time, ignoring the others. So, dita the occasion अछि, aji छुट्टी अछि, घरे काम नाही, किंतु ऑफिस रे काम अछि, बहुत important काम अछि, जीवा पड़ियो. So, that kind of decisions you have to take. That means you have to maintain work life. In what way? In giving importance to whatever required at the point of time. कोटा करिवा दरकार से समय से कथाटा को से समय मु स्ट्रेस देबी. I will give utmost significance to the matter which is to the matter or to the point which is essential at that point of time, whether it is related to personal life or professional. So that kind of answer I should have to the board. So work-life balance, I will maintain balance, because unless you maintain work-life balance, your life will be in danger. You will be put in tension, and you will be also not, you will hamper your work spirit of working. Name your priority areas in this career. Means after you join this as a civil servant, what will be your priority area? That will be your priority area. That means in what way you will, what areas you will give stress upon, by emphasis. You can say in rural areas, in health sector, whatever areas you have interest in. So priority areas means ko area re hame basic kaam kariyo bhal pa. I will work, sir, as a civil servant, I will work for whatever area allotted to me. But my priority areas will be rural development. My priority areas will be development of the weaker section of the society, or SC and ST categories, or my priorities will be the women empowerment. So you must have your choice. That is the things. You must have your choice. That is the things that you have to do. So name your priority areas means any area that you will come across with different areas, different patterns. Okay, so that means you have to tell which area you will be interested in. You will be interested in. Name your priority areas in this career. The rural sector, urban sector, women development, rural development, and empowerment of the weaker section, or your environment, field of the environment, transport and communication, whatever area you have. So be clear about that and tell them clearly. Name your priority areas in this career. Then they may also seek your response to matters of urgent public issues. Prepare accordingly. They will also give some points and your answer. For example, the that I have told you, one nation, one election system, how ki stringent measures for safety of women, that regarding Kolkata case or any other case they may ask you, whatever things are griping the nation they may ask you. So they may also seek your response to matters of urgent public issues. Prepare accordingly. So जब कौन सी मैटर जोटा अर्जेंट पब्लिक इश्यूज रे अछि बा जोटा किछि इंपोर्टेंस अछि ता ऊपर से माने तुमको पचारि परिबे एवं से अनुसार टिके प्रिपेयर हवा दरकार. That is most important part of the things. Okay, so these are called the normally asked questions. So different types of questions are asked. It varies from board to board. That is not things, but I have selected this question. I hope ki it will help you to some extent in achieving success in the interview. Okay, so that is the most important point. Okay, best of luck. So this is all about your interview session. I have chosen a simple way to convince you regarding the interview. You must have been attending different boards, but different classes by eminent people, eminent bureaucrats and retired bureaucrats. There are many interview classes are live and available also on YouTube and by different institutions. But my endeavor is to convince you very simply what are essential in the interviews. Will definitely promote it, and we are starting also OPSC foundation courses and different courses. You will courses ela pratham OPSC foundation courses different subjects ame launch karuchu, and there are also a comprehensive course on Odisha geography, Odisha, for useful for other examinations, even civil service examination would completely set aram karuchu. Know Your Odisha by me, and also different general English for OPSC mains. So different types of initiatives are being taken by ADA 247 Odia OPSC. So please join us and rely upon us and join us and get the best thing at a very affordable price. Okay, so this is all right with you, and thank you very much for being and watching this class.